up, gang? Old Miyagi, baby. Right back at y'all. Right back at y'all. That's right. I told y'all I had to make a run to the yard, pick up the engine that I got yesterday. I'm just going back today to pick it up. But I want to give y'all some important tips and show y'all some tricks on how to save money and how to get the most bang for your buck in the junkyard. You know, a lot of people gonna tell y'all to go and buy a donor vehicle and all that, but at the end of the day, sometimes that's not gonna work out for a lot of people, because when you go do stuff like that, you need a spot to put the donor vehicle. And some people may not have the space or stay in a place to where they can do that. If you got a homeowner association or something like that, they not about to let you strip no car in front of your door in the driveway or none of that shit like that. Or if you stay in an apartment, you're not gonna be able to do nothing like that. You can still build your car, but it's just different ways that you're gonna have to go about doing it. So this one way, I'm gonna show y'all how to pick out an engine and save money at the same time, gang. So I'm gonna turn this camera around and show y'all what I got in the truck, and then I'm gonna get it unloaded. So what I got right here is, I got a LQ9, come out of 2002 Yukon Denali, wrecked hard in the front. It had an all-wheel drive transmission on it, but I wanted to get an engine in trans. So what I did, right next to it, they had a 2007 or 8 Tahoe. So I took this 4L65 out of that, and also I took these heads off of that Tahoe as well, these $7.99 heads. So let me go ahead and get that unloaded, because it looked like it wanna rain, and I'm gonna give y'all a rundown on what I did and why I did it. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, gang, go ahead and press the subscribe button. I'm gonna give you real life situations on how to build a car. I'm not coming in tell you to go to Summit Racing and spend $7,000 on the engine that you can build yourself. You can do it yourself. You can go to the right people and get it done, I will say, for less money, and you're gonna get the same reliability, if not better, than dealing with the big box like Summit Racing and Jag. That's right, all you buying is a name. That's it. Jags don't build motors, Summit Racing don't build motors. All that shit built through a third party. Summit Racing just the middleman. Put their tax on it and make money off it, gang. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and cut y'all off. I need to get this unloaded, and I'm gonna walk y'all through the process of how to save money when you in a junkyard. Yes, sir. All right, gang, we back like we never left. So I done got the engine and trans unloaded from the truck, and I done took a couple of pieces off the engine. So now what I'm getting ready to do is, I'm getting ready to tell y'all why I did the stuff that I did when I purchased this engine. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around. So what I did was, I took these coil packs. Zoom y'all out a little bit. I took these coil packs and this intake off a 2008 Tahoe. So this is a Gen 4 intake, also known as the Trailblazer SS intake. This engine come from a '02 Denali. It's a LQ9 if it never been replaced. So as you can see, you got your electronic throttle body on there. And the reason that I took that is because I'm gonna sell it. I'm not gonna use it. The intake that was on there, that came on that engine, was a Gen 3 intake, truck intake, like that intake right there, the one that you usually see on your Gen 3 engines. But the reason why I switched them is because they're gonna charge you the same price for that truck intake as they're gonna charge you for this, because I brought the engine complete. So they're gonna charge you the same price. Also, the reason that I switched the head, that I got these $7.99 heads, it was because for an NA build, these heads work better. They basically the same as a 243. They're gonna give you a little bit more compression, and in return, you're gonna get a little bit more horsepower. There's nothing wrong with the 317 head. I just don't use them for the NA applications that I deal with. So basically what I was gonna do at first was I was gonna take the head off in the yard, but when I went to pick the motor up, it was late. So I went and took these off. I took the heads off, I got to the front, and I told Buddy, man, wait, I'm finna take them 317 heads, I don't want them. I'm gonna swap them out. And it was late, so he just told me, don't worry about it, you know, take them. Take the $7.99 heads. Now, let me show y'all something for a lot of y'all that don't know. This is an iron block, which y'all like to refer to as a junkyard motor. This right here, let me get some light. Let me see. You probably can see under here because I ain't got the light plugged up. This right here is a true LS2 engine. This engine comes from a 05 GTO. Let me see if I can get y'all down in there to the head. If you look, let's see. If you look right here, right down and up in here, you see right there, that's a 243 head on that LS2 engine from the factory. That's an unmolested engine, haven't been touched, with like 40-something thousand miles on it, gang. So that's one of the reasons that you see me swap the head over. That's one of the differences between your junkyard 6.0 that come in your trucks, Yukon, Denali, your Escalades. The difference is the heads, the cam, and the block is made out of iron. So this engine is basically just the cousin of this engine. So what I do to give it a better baseline horsepower is, let me zoom y'all back out a little bit. What I do to give it a better baseline horsepower is basically set it up the way that it come in the car. That's it. This engine is basically the same as that engine in the Cutlass. The only difference is when I get done, this iron block will be a little bit more weight on the front end versus that aluminum block over there in the Cutlass. Now, let me come over here because I got a lot of guys that's gonna say, oh, will it rebuild? I don't want no heads from the junkyard and blah, 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 blah. This head right here came out the junkyard, right here. This was a 243 head straight out of the junkyard that I sent over here to the good people at Texas Speed and let them put their CNC program in it. And it come back looking like this. New valves in it, bigger valves, and all. That head came out the junkyard. This head came off of like a 08 Tahoe or something like that, because usually that's what I catch them on. Like 08, 09 Tahoes, 5.3s or 4.8. Sometimes I catch them on like the cargo vans. But those heads, that head there, looked just like these heads here. You don't have to go and buy a head from Summit Racing that's gonna be a stock head just like this, that's not really gonna make a big difference because nothing been done to it. Yeah, it's still gonna bump the compression up, but you can send that head and get it cleaned up and use it just like it is. I've took some, cleaned them up, and used them just like that out the junkyard, and it worked fine. So now you starting to get an idea, old Willie Rebuild giving y'all some more free game of the difference between the iron block 6.0 and this engine right here. And like I say, this ain't no stuff that I'm going and, oh, screen recording and all that. Look at my hand, touching the motor right there. See that? This in my shop. This in my shop. I just pulled it out. You see how dirty I am to come from pulling that motherfucker out? Look at that. That's right. Look at the back of my truck. See that? I do this shit. This somebody that do this. This not somebody that's just going and spend their money stupidly. Even when the customers come to me, I give them the option that's gonna make the most sense. And not just for me. Because the more money you spend with me, it make more sense for me, but it don't necessarily make sense for you. So that's why I did what I did with this engine, for as taking the coil packs, the intake and all that, because I'm just gonna sell it and offset the price. And I'm gonna send the engine out and rebuild it. This engine was in a wrecked vehicle. You can see it was wrecked hard on the passenger side. It hit the power steering pump and bent that all up, which I don't need that. But this is a good running engine right here from the junkyard that I'm gonna send out to my machine guy. And when he come back, it's gonna be just like this one back here that's wrapped in plastic. And it's gonna run like a mad Russian, gang. That's right. Gonna run like a mad Russian, like a dog with scalding water that hit his ass. And them heads right there, what I just showed you from Texas Speed, from the junkyard, and then sent to Texas Speed, they gonna go on there. These heads going on that engine right there. So Willie Rebuild and showed you a trick in the junkyard, how to save money. When you go to the junkyard, it don't make a difference what head you buy. It's gonna be the same price. You can unscrew the head right there in the yard. For me, this engine that this come out of, the Denali, they had a 08 Tahoe sitting right next to it. I took the heads off of the Tahoe and I took the two-wheel drive 4L60 out of it. And this transmission might not be no good, which I don't care, because at the end of the day, like I tell y'all, it's gonna be just like that one sitting on the floor right here. Fully rebuilt, baby. That's right. Gonna be fully rebuilt before I put it in the vehicle, and everything gonna work as it should. So right there, I just gave y'all a behind the scene. Behind the scene. Usually I don't record all this. You will just see this motor sitting on the side of that wall. You might see the heads in the video stacked up on side the wall. You might see boxes, but you don't know what I got in them. So I'm showing you what's happening behind the scene. Told y'all I got a lot of content, baby. And I ain't even start showing y'all the content on the Cutlass. On the Cutlass, it's gonna be a lot more than what y'all think it is. That's gotta happen to it. So y'all stay tuned to see what's about to happen with the Cutlass. It's gonna apply to some of y'all that be messaging me. And y'all gonna see why I be saying the stuff that I be saying about let me do it. Don't mess with it. Cause in the end, you just gonna cost yourself more money by me not being able to set up the blueprint the way how I want to set it up. So let me do it. Send it on over to Willie Rebuild. Let me knock it out for you. I'm gonna give you a good price, and you're gonna get quality work, gang. You're gonna save money, just like I just taught y'all just now how to save money in a junkyard, and how I've been trying to tell y'all for a long time. But a lot of people don't want to listen because they get caught up in this stupid shit watching these guys go and spend all this money on a fucking car, 100,000 into the car, that you'll be lucky to get 40 grand back out of that motherfucker. So don't follow behind those type of people. Build a car to your liking. Follow somebody. You don't have to follow me, but follow somebody who's gonna show you the way how to save money and make it cost effective. Now don't go buying fucking cams and shit off Temu and Amazon, cause then you're gonna be in an even worse situation. Buy quality parts, but use different methods to save you money, and if that makes sense, gang. Old Willie Rebuild telling you, the guy at home, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, baby. Over and out.